Good afternoon, guys. My name is Vincent Gonzalez. I am the founder and CEO of Finance America. Finance America with its lenders has done over $3 billion worth of loans. In this video, we're going to talk about what is the easiest way to get a startup loan for your business. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be to be able to get a startup loan, you don't have to actually have a running business. I don't know why some people believe that to be able to get a startup loan for your business, you have to have an LLC, a bank statement of this, of that. You don't need that type of stuff to get a startup loan. The reason for a startup loan is so you're able to start a business. You're able to get started with that business. Now, to make it very clear, if you do want to get a startup loan, you're going to need a credit of about 700 to be able to get a startup loan. Unless you get like an equity partner, you're going to have to get a credit score of above 700. Because a startup loan, since there's no business revenue, there's nothing that's coming from the business, it's pure speculation that you'll be able to succeed with this business. It's all going to be based on your personal credit and how much of a financial, planner you are, and it kind of just shows them that you're able to handle money. And that's why they're going to want at least a minimum 700 credit score. Just want to put that out there. Now, there's still other ways of getting funding that I'll talk about in this video for your startup. But if you want to start a loan, you're going to need at least a 700 credit score. The second thing I want to talk about today is going to be that you're going to have to create a business plan. And this business plan needs to be solid. The reason for that is your business hasn't made any revenue. Your business is pure speculation. No one knows exactly what your business can produce, so it's going to be pure speculation. So if your business is going to be pure speculation, you need to be able to have a great business plan, a solid business plan where the lender understands, okay, I'm going to give him this kind of money because he's going to put it into this kind of business, and this is the whole plan. So I know he's telling me he needs $250,000 worth of funding, $350,000 worth of funding, but this is exactly what he's going to use those funds for. And year one, these are our projections. Year two, this is our projections. Year three, this is the projection for that business. So a solid business plan is going to be crucial in the ability to actually get funding with a startup loan, especially if your credit is below 700, like 650 would probably be the minimum, but you show a solid business plan. This will raise the chances a lot to get that loan and that funding. The third thing I want to talk about is going to be to calculate your funding needs. It's going to be crucial to understand how much funding you're actually going to need, because once you take out that funding, once you take out that business loan for your startup, it's going to be very hard to be able to get more funding with the loan. You might be able to get equity partners, but it's going to be very difficult to be able to get another loan. Unless your business starts making revenue and you need another loan now, it's going to be very difficult. So understand how much funding you need. That's going to go in hand with your business plan. If you create that business plan, okay, this is how much funding I need in my business plan, because with that funding, 10,000 is going to Google ads, 10,000 going to Facebook ads, this much for online marketing, that much for that type of marketing, this for this product cost. That's going to be crucial. So it's going to be very important for you to create that business plan in touch with how much funding your business actually needs, so everything aligns. You can't say you need $500,000 worth of business funding for your startup, but then your business plan said you only need $350,000. If that doesn't add up, they're going to start not taking you seriously, because they're going to say, okay, this person doesn't know what he's talking about, and they won't take you that much seriously. So what I would say is understand exactly how much funding you need for all the product and materials and marketing that you're going to need for your startup loan, and then also include that into your business plan so everything is aligned and everything makes sense and everything looks natural, and it's like you've done this for a year and you've been studying this for years and you know exactly what you're going to need to do with that funding. The fourth thing I want to talk about in this video is going to be access to your credit score and your credit situation. Understand what your credit score is, understand what is going on with your credit, understand how much money you think you'll make with this business. Everything needs to go into your credit, and how much revenue you're actually making, like say you've been working from a job, how much you're getting paid from that, because that is something that the lender will obviously look at. When you take out that personal loan, that startup loan, it's like startup loan / personal loan. It kind of goes in together, but it's for a business. They're going to look at how much revenue you're making, how much revenue do you think you're going to make, what is your credit score at. So it's going to be crucial to understand what is your credit score at. Don't go applying for a startup loan if you know your credit score is a 500 or 550. You're not going to be able to get approved, and you're actually going to hurt your credit score more, because there's going to be like inquiries where people check your credit score and that drops 1 or 2 points on your credit score. So I would say hold off 2 or 3 months, not on the business, but hold off on applying. Keep trying to grow the business. If you need, if you need 20 or 30,000, that's the only way you can get started. Well, then you're going to have to wait for the business loan as well. But if you're able to start the business, kind of get stuff going without the funding, while you take 2 to 4 months to fix your credit score and then apply for that startup loan, like that you're also able to tell the bank, the lender, look, for the last 2 to 4 months have been working on everything on the business, everything is set up, the only thing I need now is this funding to be able to actually go out there and pay for the marketing and go get client acquisition. That's going to be crucial. So the next thing I want to talk about is going to be to explore your different loan options. There's not just one single option for loans. There's multiple options. Yes, though if you want a specific startup loan, then yes, that's the one you're going to need with the 700 credit score. But this is what I was talking about in the beginning of this video, where I'm going to talk about different loan options. So there's something called an SBA loan. That loan is backed by the US government. That is it's called Small Business Administration Loan, right? This is for people who have a business with less than 500 employees. Obviously, you're starting your business, you have less than 500 employees. This is something you can apply for. I think it's between $25,000 to $5 million worth of funding that the SBA gives you. Obviously, there's different requirements, different things. There's SBA 7A loans, 506B. There's different types of SBA loans. You need to look at which ones are going to be the correct one for you and understand if you meet the requirements and something you can apply for. But it's not bad because the interest rate is going to be a lot lower than maybe a startup loan because it is backed by the government, where they're not a bank where they want to make as much profit. Obviously, the US government still wants to make a profit, but they made this system and this kind of loan system, the SBA loan system, kind of to get small businesses started and be able to get them funding to be able to start their business, start growing their business. The next step is going to be, once you actually understand which loan you want, you've chosen a lender that you want to get that loan with, you can go to financeamericatoday.com. We do loans, all types of loans, SBA loans, startup loans. That's one of the lenders you can choose. If not, once you choose that lender or another lender, the next thing you're going to have to do is going to be able to gather these documents. You're going to have to be able to gather these documents, understand which documents you're going to need for that loan. If you don't know which documents you need, obviously once you can talk to the lender, you apply with the lender, you can call the lender, and they will be able to let you know exactly which documents you need. If it's going to be last 6 months of your personal bank statements, or if it's not going to be a startup loan, it's going to be another type of loan, the last tax returns, whatever it's going to be, they'll be able to let you know what documents you're going to need. So don't worry about that much. Just be prepared. You're going to have to give documents over. If you're kind of scared to give documents over to your lenders, you're not really going to be able to get a loan. The lender needs documents, needs proof of you, needs proof of your business, needs proof of different types of things. You're going to have your documents ready. That's going to be the next step to be able to start getting closer and closer and moving forward with that lender to get that business funding. The next thing is going to be, once you actually apply, you've given the documents over to the lender comes back with you, okay, we have 3 different loan options. We have a 10-year, a 15-year, 20-year term, whatever the terms are. Go back with that lender, and I always recommend to negotiate with the lender. You're always able to negotiate with the lender. Let's say they gave you a 10%, a 12%, or a 13% interest rate. Go back and negotiate with that lender and let them know, okay, 10%, why 10%? What's wrong with my credit that interest rate is so high? They'll be able to let you know, well, this and this is wrong. Not only will that help you to be able to fix that issue for the next time you want to get business funding, but also they might say, okay, we might have made a mistake. We're able to lower that interest rate by 1 point, which is 1% or half a point, 0.5%. That is going to be crucial in the sense that you're able to negotiate the terms. A lot of people don't know you can do that and are able to negotiate the terms. If you can negotiate the terms, that will be crucial, because then you can come back to the lender. Let's say they don't approve any of your negotiations, right? You went too aggressive, it wasn't something that they wanted to move forward with. Worst case scenario, you're back at the same loan you were going to take. You just tried to get in a better position. If it didn't work out, you can still accept that same loan, and I still recommend to take that same loan. Just because they didn't accept your negotiation, don't leave the loan on the table unless it's something ridiculous. Take that loan, get that business funding, and get your business started. A couple months or a year down the road, you're able to refinance that loan and consolidate that into maybe with another loan and get more funding for your business once you're producing revenue. But negotiate with the lender, understand what are your terms and stuff, and then worst case scenario, you're back to the same loan option that you were gonna have originally. So you're able to just negotiate with them. That's gonna help you tremendously. The last and final thing I want to talk about is, once you actually get the funding, don't ruin your credit score. Keep a strong balance sheet, a good financial statement, because you just started your business. You need to keep growing that business. Once you get these funds, use the funds for what you need it for. Maintain strong financials so you're able to, a year down the road, refinance that loan, get a lower interest rate, more amounts of funding, and that's going to be able to grow your business. And you never know, maybe you don't have to get another loan because your business is growing so fast and so much where then 3 or 5 years down the road you didn't take out a single loan, but you have strong financials, so you're able to sell that business for 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, whatever that number is in your mind that you would like to sell that business for, and depending on how much revenue your business is making, but you're able to actually exit that business because you have strong financials. Even if your business is making money but it doesn't have strong financials, you're blowing money, you have a lot of debt on the business and things that it doesn't need to be on there, it's going to be harder for you to sell your business, or if you are able to sell your business, you won't be able to sell it for as high as it could be sold for. But in conclusion, guys, in this video we talked about what is going to be the easiest way to get a startup loan and the important key factors to think about when getting a startup loan. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and comment down below. If you do have a good question, I'll create a whole video around it, or a couple of those questions, create a whole video around it to answer these questions for you guys and provide as much value as I can to you guys.